Yeah, you know, after you had a good day of talking with the public, you know, and expressing yourself to the public, get a little lonely sometimes. You know, if you're alone, like at night and stuff. I think everybody feels a little bit loneliness. And if you have enough of this, it happens that you dull your feelings. You know, because you don't want to feel that pain all the time, that loneliness. So you just kind of dull the feelings. You know, and your expression doesn't come out as well because you're subdued. You know. I remember like when I was even a little kid, it was like that. When sometimes my family would have people come to visit and children and stuff like that, and we would have like a ball. You know, we were running around laughing and chasing each other, and just like such good, pure, hysterical fun. You know. And then I remember like my cousin come. You know. Then I remember like when his family left, man, I just felt like, man, I missed him so much. You know, I go back to that same doldrums, you know, and it has an effect on you after a while, you know. But it's interesting because I was playing some music today, and that really helps me get my, when you get into it after a while, it just becomes like you just really become yourself, you know. You're not hiding nothing, and you can really improvise a lot that way too because it's real, it's on the spot, it's at the moment. And I'll make up the words right on the spot too. and But I was playing music today, and then these gang type people come around with this big loud boom radio. You know, they're not singing, but just this radio and this most foul garbage. And I'm singing about love and beautiful things that God is going to do for man. You know, and then they go, and then like you're right. And right when I was walking by, the guy says, and now who's the winner? You know, I mean, because that's what they're all about. It's like nations, you know, they try to outdo each other. Who's got the most guns now, man? But what do they leave in the wake, you know? Unless they have love, they leave just uh, uh, the brute wins. How about love winning, you know? Because a Christian, we don't dominate. We can't dominate in the world, you know? If we did, we wouldn't allow persecution. We would seek vengeance. But God says, vengeance is mine. Do not avenge yourself, beloved. You know, so we walk around more meekly. But yet when it comes to one thing, we don't mess around, man. And that's when it comes to God. We ain't gonna mess around. You know. Jesus went through a lot of garbage. But when he went to his father's house and he saw what they were doing in there, he says, you don't own this house. This is my father's house. Get this crap out of here. Yeah, so he wasn't subdued to the wicked. He wasn't submissive to wickedness. And he had to show his strength. You know, and he took the whip, knocked the tables over, man. I mean, he let it out. The zeal for thy house has eaten me up. And no man is going to come before God, you know. And then that's something that only the Spirit of God does. Not the fake garbage, but the real one that loves God with his heart deep inside and will not allow Satan to rule in his midst. You know. You know, that's the zeal of God. You don't care whether they're going to kill you because you have to preach the truth. God is the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. You know, so even these punk gang people, you know, and I'm saying that because some of them are actually nice people when you get to know them a little bit. They're actually good-hearted. Some of them are good-hearted people, you know, and I don't want to take that away from them. You know, God bless them for that. And I tell them, God bless you. But when it's constantly preaching violence and vileness, you know, and broadcasting it on the streets where people need to be taught about love and peace and love one another, you know, respect each other. And that just gets me a little bit angry sometimes, you know, and I'm not going to put up with it. And not in my midst, you know. I'm going to leave, you know. because you can't win. You can't take the world over. That's what Jesus Christ is going to come when He destroys the wicked, and the meek shall inherit the earth. His children, you know, those that love goodness. There's a lot of people that really love that stuff, you know, and they don't like the sin in the world, you know. They have sons and daughters. They don't want people to take advantage of their children or hurt their children, you know. So there's a lot of people, you know, normal people that have a good sense of right and wrong, you know, and they're like the salt of the earth, you know. But those that know God, man, there's no greater. Not the fake ones, not the Pharisees, not the hypocrites, but the ones that know God, you know. Those that have His law written in their hearts. Nothing can stumble them, because it's inside. It's a part. It's them, a part of them. It is them, you know. Nothing can stumble them, because that's themselves, you know. They're not going to go against God, because God, they're a part of God, you see. It's all one. Same spirit, same love, same zeal. You know. Of course, being human, nobody's perfect. But another thing, yeah, I wanted to mention about all the immorality that's going on. That's so empty, you know. People think, well, you know, but the sex is good, you know. It feels good when you're having it, yeah. But what does the Bible say? That afterwards it's bitter as wormwood. That's the truth, you know. That's the truth of the matter. There was no goodness in it at all. It's just a fleshly, animalistic thing, like rubbing two sticks together or something. I mean, it's empty without love, you know. But when there's love, people are going to be faithful to each other, and they're going to get married and start a family. They're monogamous. They're not going to have a lot of women or a lot of men. So that search for that true love is hard to find, you know. And you know, people have given up, and they give up on their life and everything else sometimes. But I never give up, because God is with me, you know. So even have a hard life, I just keep praying, you know. And God rejuvenates my spirit, you know. So sometimes I like it when a lot of people are together, you know. That's what I like, you know, when people are enjoying themselves, expressing themselves with each other. Then they open up, and then when you leave that, then it makes you lonely and sad. Oh man, it's gone now. You know, you go to a convention or whatever with a lot of people, you know, and it's so good to see people and see smiles, you know. It really brings you to life, you know. That's what it really is. And without love, we kind of are in pain, and we subdue it, you know. It's just very interesting what's going on in the world. So I just try to share God's love with people all the time. That's the main thing, you know. Some places you can't. Some places they want to kill you first. Some places are so nasty that they won't allow you in there. They won't allow any love. But there are places where the people are a little cool. There are not that many of them, but there are here and there, just a little tiny bit. Not much left now, you know. So I try to take advantage of those places, the good places, and share good things with God. We don't know how long they'll put up with it, you know. Because then Jesus said, when they persecute you, then flee to another city. But when you find a place where you can actually, when God is giving you a door to open, man, that's the only reason.